Oh. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Problematic Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, with my friendly neighborhood co-host, Whitney.
Hi.
Whitney,
Hello.
how you been living?
hmm
Okay, all right. We just
I'm a
jumping
little
right in.
disappointed. I'm a little disappointed.
Why
I'm
are you
going to just
what?
come out and say it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm a little disappointed that we're going to get World War III before we get Beyonce's Act 3. I'm
L-
really bummed.
Listen, baby, the
Act 2
world.
just came out, guys. And then people over in that country are doing a whole lot in order to just keep murdering people indiscriminately just because they want a beach resort. And I just,
Listen, you're
mm,
not wrong. I have been.
mm,
See, I don't like to say this in
mm.
public places, but a few people know that I work for I won't say which department, but I work for an
The man.
agency in the Department of Defense.
You work
And
for the man.
I do. I work for an agency in the Department of Defense. And of course, because I work in defense, I
Ooh.
try to keep an eye on what's going on in the world, but not too close of an eye because it's like
You got to sleep at
it's
night.
it's like work at work and then work at home.
No.
But I can say with without being all gloom and doom, with what Russia has done in the Ukraine, with what Israel has done to Gaza and the Palestinians under the guise of attacking and
Thank
defending
you
itself against
for
Hamas.
defending ourselves.
What Iran and
Bombing everybody
Israel
else.
are going through right now, with Iran launching missiles at Israel and Israel attacking their consulate. I can tell you guys, if you don't watch the news, that these are very serious conflicts. This is not just your run of the mill, oh, we'll talk about this for 6 weeks and it's got not going away. There are people in places preparing for years long conflict in this region and in these areas of the world because they understand that the tension has been there for years and now it's coming to an head. So for people who feel like this is new or they feel like this is
Oh
coming out of
no.
nowhere, it's not. It's
No.
not. We knew 2 years before Russia rolled into the Ukraine. We did not think that he had the audacity to do
No.
it, and then one day he did. We did
And he
not
did.
think that Iran, who we know has nuclear powers, would ever directly attack Israel. We always knew it was kind of up in the air. It was like a Cold War thing. And then it happened. It's no coincidence that all of these aggressions are happening around the same time. It's like everybody has just thrown their defenses down and said, "Fuck it, we're not playing fair
Sick of the
anymore."
shit. Everybody's
Yeah.
sick of the shit across the board.
So work has been interesting, very, very, very interesting. But yeah, Whitney said World War III. It very much feels that way, and people who are like, "Oh, we joke about this shit all the time." When's the last time Iran fired missiles at anybody? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, hopefully we get Act 3 next year, when she said she gave us Renaissance because the world needed a little bit of joy coming out of the pandemic.
I'm
So
grateful. I'm grateful. In the bunker we'll have so much to listen to and rock out to. Or from some different country because I'm not playing. Didn't want to bring the mood down, guys, but
no, but it's scary outside. I
ah!
I applaud the people who I applaud the people who don't watch the news. I work with retired Marines.
hmm
And it was funny, a coworker of mine whose name I won't say actually sat at work the other day and said, I wonder if these kind of conflicts, people who have served in the military, what most civilians don't know is they can be called back at any time. Even if they retired, even if they were
Lord,
dishonored, because there's a wealth of knowledge and experience. So when you sign up, essentially, you're saying, yes, you
forever.
can retire. Yeah, yeah, but it's forever. He was like, I wonder if I'll get called back. And I kind of looked at him crazy, like, what would make you say such things? And he was like, yeah, stranger things have happened. That did not make my belly button feel good. It made me feel very,
No,
very,
that feels impending.
yes.
And
Yeah.
black women, can we talk about it? Black women, something about black, and I can't talk for the rest of the diaspora, but I'm speaking specifically about black American women. Black American women, there's a little radar that goes off
Mm-hmm.
in our
Mm-hmm.
spine,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it connects to a part of our brain that I don't think has been studied yet. It's like the black woman area.
Mm-hmm.
And all the
Say it.
child, listen, all my little lights and signs and prayers and ancestors, everybody. I'm just like, so are we tripping today? Are y'all cool up there? Like,
Right.
is,
It feels
is it
different
good, Lord?
outside.
Is it safe? Is it safe out there? Who we, who do I need to? What department of heaven do I need to call to make sure? Yeah, y'all only act like this because my kid was born. I'm making it selfish. I'm making it about me. Y'all
No,
only
it's
act like
fine.
this when my kid got here.
Right.
Golly, do you realize that in her 3 short years, this child has lived through a pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
an insurrection attempt,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, has lived through mobs and mobs of racism and foolishness overseas,
Yes.
genocides.
Mm-hmm.
She is 3.5.
Three and a half.
This generation, I see why Gen Z acts the way they do, and I know Generation Alpha gonna burn everything down. They're like, you know what? No.
Everything.
See, we're in our generation and Gen X. I'm gonna include Gen X in this. We are about mitigating the harm. We're like, how can we stop the harm? We don't like. We can't even get to the point where we can change things yet. How do we stop the bleeding? Generation Z is all like, listen, at this point, we need to call us home.
Unpinned everything. Tear shit up.
Tear shit up, rock it. Generation Alpha is coming with gasoline. They're not coming with words. They are going
They
to burn this shit down. We have no glaciers because of
no.
the rest of y'all.
We were supposed to have glaciers.
We were supposed to have glaciers.
It's scary times outside. And I think I'm sure all of this is taking its toll on our nervous systems.
If
But
we have one left,
if
you know that
we
meme of Ben Affleck sitting outside with the cigarette?
cigarette, yes. That's every day. Every day it's something different.
It's
You
nine
know,
11.
I thought because I'm a fool and I'm a person who's actually studied history
You're
and
smart.
politics. I
You know
actually
what you be
thought
talking
that
about.
if we survived the pandemic and came out of it, I thought we would have at least 6 or 7 years of peace and quiet because
Yeah,
every country would be individually reeling with the effects that the
right,
pandemic had on their country. We wouldn't
right.
have time for conflict because
Hello.
we were trying to pull ourselves back
Hmm.
together. Baby, I ain't never been so fucking wrong.
It
And
was like a reverse
all
Uno card. It was like absolutely not.
draw four fucking more global incidents.
Everybody's just like, after the pandemic, everybody was just like, fuck it. We only, YOLO.
YOLO, you only live once. I just, oh, baby, I am mentally tired, but I'm also very jaded. Like Whitney said, I feel like Gen X and the millennials are just like, all right, here's another thing. How do I insulate myself and my family from this thing and find a way to make it to work next week
If work is
without
still there.
it?
If work is still there. Kellogg talk about everybody feed your kids cereal. Columbia University. Y'all didn't learn from. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to be yelling at people right now, but
No, no, it's the problematic podcast.
y'all didn't learn from the 70s when y'all did the same damn thing. Y'all ain't learned nothing, and it's wild to me because I saw a tweet. I'm gonna pull it up. I hope I still have it. My God, because this one hit me in the back of my. You know, ever read something that just hit you in the back of the throat?
Yes, I don't
Yes,
like being punched in the back of the face, but it's been happening a
very
lot.
rude. Oh, here it goes. From Dr. Thrasher, which is a funny
Interesting.
name. I know. Today, we're going to see Columbia University's first Arab president work with New York City's black cop mayor in order to, I'm sorry, work with the NYPD's first Latino chief to arrest many diverse students, only possible in America.
Only, only possible.
Because here we go. The students in Columbia were protesting for peace in Palestine, and rather than like, y'all make us write these essays about being good people. Like I remember applying to college and talking about how I participated in like a die-in for what was it, Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
And I participated in a die-in and how we were doing these little protests in high school. And I don't mean little as diminutive. I mean little because we were young. We were like 17, 18 years old. We were children. And, they make you write these essays and craft these statements about how you're a good person and how you would benefit the campus by being there, only to punish you for doing the things that you said you were going to do in the essay.
What I find absolutely fascinating is that if you had to take one demographic in the United States to represent civil disobedience in a form that is healthy and nonviolent, that demographic would be college students. College
Absolutely.
students for the last six
Absolutely.
decades have been the source for peaceful protests against
Yep.
war, against famine,
Yep.
against,
All fool,
for
all manner of foolishness.
LGBT rights, for trans rights.
Women's
You
rights, everybody
you
rights.
you name it, you can go to college campuses across this
Mm-hmm.
nation and find good examples of civil rights protests
Mm-hmm.
that did not lead to violence on the part of the
Mm-hmm.
protesters, but typically they were attacked, whether it be through governors
Mm-hmm.
or police. That's the demographic. It's very interesting now that you see Columbia University
Mm.
at the forefront. This is an
Mm.
Ivy League institution. Okay. Ivy,
$86,000 a year.
you literally have them conspiring with the local government to arrest their own students.
Mm-hmm.
This used to be something that universities actually took pride in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like Whitney said, you're writing these
Yeah.
essays and you're writing these
Yeah.
letters because the universities want it's supposed to be a breeding ground for liberalism and activism and
Mm-hmm.
deciding what your values are, whether they be
Mm-hmm.
far left, far right, moderate, whatever. College is the place where you're supposed to figure that out. And
Oh yeah.
now all of a sudden they're like, lock these niggas and
Lock
DEIs up. Lock these
the
DEIs up
DEIs
because we
up.
ain't not trying to hear it.
Lock them up.
That's weird to me. Am I crazy?
No, no, no. When you think about like the walk back of diversity, equity, and inclusion, and you see, Duke ending its Black scholarships, and then you see incidents like this, it's showing how not, and I hate to use this word because I don't actually agree with like a lot of liberalism. A lot of it's just boiling down to being a good person.
Right.
I don't want to even politicize that. I'm like, why are we acting like this is like a political point when this is just morally being a good person?
Yeah.
Um, but essentially, they're not as liberal as we thought.
No, at
Um,
all. At Columbia University, Ivy
they ain't
League,
learned shit. They ain't learned
Ivy
a damn
League
thing.
schools were at the forefront of these liberal protests because again, most of the people there have money, their endowments are safe and secure. You can pull
Mhm.
$1 billion out of Harvard and Harvard
Sure.
still gets to Harvard.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, have a
why
good blast.
all of a sudden is that I'm gonna say this, and whoever
Uh,
disagrees can disagree. We had one orange president, and all of a sudden, all of the things that make sense don't make fucking sense anymore. It's like we're in the upside
mm-mm.
down
You gotta
world.
go backwards. Go backwards. Go back one president.
It's so regressive.
Go back
One
one
fucking
president.
guy with a bad lace front.
No, no, no. Go back one. Go back to the guy with the tan suit. They lost their minds
They
seeing
hated having
seeing Barack Hussein Obama, two-time champion,
league
in that tan suit and
MVP.
his fine ass wife. Ooh, those bathrooms at the White House smelled like cocoa butter and blue magic.
Shea butter.
I listen, all of it. And you can have your criticisms of, Barack's presidency, and that is welcome. But that presidency, those 8 years, something broke in the brains of people.
It,
So,
it it's like they're
mhm.
trying to retaliate for
Yeah,
America electing an African American president.
yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
went so far right with how they
Quite literally far
retaliated.
right.
that nothing makes
Hmm.
sense anymore.
No,
They literally ran into the Capitol building trying to kill people.
the
No,
Supreme Court. Did you see what the Supreme Court said about that?
yeah, they were like, that's actually not a big deal. That was considered a peaceful protest.
Are
Breaking
you
fucking windows?
putting poop on a wall anywhere is not viewed as a peaceful protest? So wait, me carrying my cardboard sign to
Yes,
advocate for my black life, I'm a
yes.
terrorist, I'm a threat.
You are.
But Billy Bob and them with his bear mace macing the faces of police officers and demoralizing them so much that they take their own lives. That's a peaceful protest.
Yes.
Watch
Yeah.
whiteness work. Watch whiteness work. And I don't mean to like we're not trying to like make this a downy. I know y'all come here for laughs and
We're
the
gonna get to
jokes.
the laughs.
We're
We're
gonna
getting
get
there.
there.
We're gonna talk
We're gonna
about
get
Kevin
there.
Hart falling asleep in the club in two
Oh,
minutes.
he's so old. Did you see the beard? Did you see the
Did
beard?
I
I like,
did?
look, you're aging. I was like, this is so
Oh.
cute. Come on, Pop. Had two drinks and is tired. No, that man be working. And
He does
it's so good to
nonstop.
see him. I know we didn't that was a hard shift. It's so good to see him like be like a human being. I was like, because Kevin Hart, all he does is work. And I'm like,
That's it.
maybe he's tired because he's been working.
All the time. Here's the thing that cracked me up.
Oh.
People share memes. I saw Kevin Hart trending, and I was like, "Oh
I'm
Lord,
like, please
what?
don't be anything bad.
What are we
Please,
doing now?" And
please.
I open it up and I see a video of Lotto. So let me run back real quick and say this. So I told y'all about being a fan of Flau'jae, the LSU basketball
Love her.
player. She
Love her.
was on the Jermaine Dupri show where he made like rap stars out of kids. Lotto was on the first season of this show. Ask me why I watched the show. I grew up being a huge fan of Jermaine Dupri as a producer. When I wanted to be a rapper in middle school, I just wanted to be like Jermaine Dupri in his
I
camp.
mean, to be fair,
And then I was like,
until that Super Bowl
yeah, I was like,
where he looks like he should be having a bell, like, hear ye,
baby.
the
He
frilly socks.
it was giving Macbeth and the Crucible and all sorts of crazy shit. But anyway, so I've been a fan of Lotto again, just like Flau'jae, since they were, kids rapping.
Hmm.
So I see a video of Lotto, and Lotto is in the club with Usher, and Lotto's rapping along to
Having a
her there
good
on,
time.
and the camera pans from Lotto to Usher, and then the camera pans to Kevin Hart. And I mean, Lotto is turned up, Usher's turned up, but cool with it.
He's such a cool dude.
He is such a cool dude. And then they go to Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart looks like
He called
he
his Uber.
asked his friends 20 minutes ago, what time y'all ready to go?
Like,
I'm ready.
are we getting
You
out of
know when
here?
you tell your friend I'm ready to go when you are, and your friend's
Yeah.
supposed to know that
No, that
you
means
want to
that
go
I'm ready to
now,
go.
but
Yeah.
your friend is having a good time, so they're like, all right, I'll let you know. Kevin
No,
Hart
no,
looks
no.
like he just waiting to hear accept on his Uber, hit
Yeah.
accept on his Uber, and get the fuck out. I
He's
know a man,
tired. He has a 5 a.m. call tomorrow.
baby, and y'all got him in the
Mm-mm.
club at 2:30 in the morning, and the
Mm-mm.
jokes flew. Here's
Y'all
the
are so rude.
Here's the funniest thing about that interaction. It's Kevin Hart, it's Lotto. Lotto's in her 20s, and it's Usher. Usher's having a great time. Usher is older than Kevin Hart. I was crying. Kevin
Wait,
Hart is 44. Usher is 45 years of age.
Usher
Is
is
older than Kevin Hart.
wait, no, the math. Wait.
The math is
Everybody
mathing.
stop. Hold
Google
on.
it.
Unplug
Googleize
the
it.
podcast. No, no, I believe you. I know I believe you because if anything, you gonna have a fact. But
I looked. I checked.
you know that meme of that lady with all the bass happening in front of her face? That's what's happening to
Yes.
me right now. I'm
Mhm.
like, there is no way.
Yeah, Kevin. 45. Ursher Raymond is 45. Yeah, looking great. Looking
What's
fantastic.
the secret? Is he a vegan? What is it? You know, vegans get superpowers. What is it?
I don't know.
The vegans
I
get
do I
superpowers.
do I do not know. But Usher was in the club at 45 with Lotto. Let me tell you something. Usher is an entertainer's entertainer. And I know he's done some some questionable things these last few weeks with who he's decided to hang out with. We're not going to address that. It's the fact that Usher
One day.
is committed to his craft of being a lifelong entertainer. He still gets up, he still dances. His Super Bowl performance, he was out here on skates. He is a performer's performer because let me tell you what I am 36. I'm not 45. I'm not Usher's age. Let me tell you what I would not want to be doing. I would not want to be in a club with a 20 something anything at 36. Usher is in the
No,
club with Lotto at
no,
45.
nope, nope,
Somebody make it make sense.
nope, no, thank you.
Make it
No,
make sense.
I'm uninterested. I'm uninterested in making it make sense or even participating. You know how I realized I was old? I hung out with my younger siblings.
Oh,
And I said,
baby.
there's a reason why I put on my pajamas at 10.
Okay.
And you can't
10.
yeah, 10.
10. You being
I'm
gracious.
late. I know. I'm late. I stay up late. I've become a night owl because my husband is a night owl. I used to be an early bird, and now I look at the sun and go, so
Not you hissing at the sun.
like a
Listen,
bat.
kudos to Usher because he looked like he was having the time of his
You know
life.
what? He probably had a good nap right before.
He,
He was like
he
ready. You know the pre-club nap.
Yes,
Hmm.
but Kevin Hart looked like he was ready to do a toddler cry. You know when toddlers are sleepy and they
Oh,
cry instead of
yes.
just going to sleep?
Hello. Welcome to my house. Where my
Yes.
house is run by one of they're
Kevin,
very quiet, by the way. Like they're not usually this quiet when we
they
podcast.
up to something. I
Okay.
guarantee
See,
you.
look, I told you I'm a mother of two. People keep
They up to something. You just gonna have to inform me what it is after we done recording, but they are up to something.
they are up to something. Something is happening.
Oh, I was so tickled
Oh
by Kevin Hart in the club. Nobody, clubs are not for 40-year-old people.
no, we're lounge people.
Yes,
We
yes.
go to the lounge, we have our drink, and we
Hmm.
go home.
Yes. I am big on this day party trend that y'all are.
Absolutely.
I am going to plan one my.
Daytime,
Oh, I love a day party.
daytime. I get to
I
party and then I get to go home and it's still light out.
uh, wake up and have tacos for dinner. It is
Right,
the best. I'm so
right.
happy that the peoples have introduced me to the day parties. I am a big fan.
Hmm.
Kevin Hart needs to throw his own day party because baby, being
Daytime, sir. We are
no,
in the daytime era, and that's fine.
can't think of anything worse than standing next to a 25-year-old in a nightclub.
Right,
Not for me.
right.
I need to circle back real quick.
Uh-oh.
What have you been listening to, Whitney? You heard Taylor Swift's new work?
Okay, so I'm going to be really, really honest.
Oh boy.
I wish no harm to Taylor Joanne Swift. That is
That
not
is
that
not her
lady's
middle
middle
name.
name.
I
That
was
is
about
not
to
that lady's middle
scream.
name. I
Oh.
I wish no harm. I am like if it comes on in the mall, we
Mhm.
vibe,
Yeah, she got some bops. I'm not
I'm
gonna take
here.
that from
The
her.
pen is unmatched. The pen is unmatched. I I shouldn't have went to social media to see the reaction
Oh boy.
because I saw some lyrics that were a little questionable.
Oh no.
And now I have to do a deep dive because you know how my brain works. I have to do a deep dive to see if that is true. Yeah. But
Oh
no,
yeah.
I have not listened to it. Have you listened to it?
I have not. I'll get around to it, but I heard she dropped two projects and I said,
It's a
listen,
double album.
I can't listen to 2.5 hours of Taylor Swift, not at one time. That's just, like Whitney said, if I'm going through Target and a Taylor Swift bop comes on, I'll sing and I'll dance along while I, look at t-shirts or
Right,
whatever.
right.
But if you want me to sit through 2 hours of a brand new Taylor, I'm just I'm not built for it. What I have been seeing online that kind of irks me is the constant Taylor versus Beyonce
Can y'all
comparison.
stop that shit? We already okay. This is gonna get us canceled.
Go for it.
I
Let's
don't
do
know
it.
if I should say this online.
Do it.
We don't have to do this.
Not
We
record.
really don't. I know that in the human brain, we like to make comparisons and things like that, and that's fine. Whatever you like, you like. No one's here to tell you what to like, what not to like. Y'all need to stop comparing that lady to that other lady. Two reasons. Two reasons. One, Beyonce had to be excellent to get to where she is. Taylor had to be relatable. Two different things.
Ooh.
Beyonce had to be in this industry and be excellent at everything she did to get to where she is. All Taylor had to be was relatable to y'all. All she had to do was write how y'all felt. All she had to do was feel like your cousin. All she had to do was feel like somebody you could actually like. And, she lives up to this too because she goes to, she's out at the bars.
Mm-hmm.
She's very public and
Taylor
like,
Swift has had 36 boyfriends, and I've had to hear about every last one of them. Can you imagine if Beyonce did that?
if she had more
Could
than two,
you, black whore? Could you imagine if
like what?
Beyonce
Y'all cut
publicly
it out.
had half as many boyfriends as Taylor Swift had in the first 10 years of her
And
career?
I'm not here to shame the woman. Like
I'm not, I'm not, I'm
find who you
just
like.
pointing out the double standard.
Oh, there's many double standards across the board. And we already talked about, and I still have not found this author who wrote this quote about how Taylor paints and Beyonce sculpts.
Sculpts.
They're two different artists. Not to say one's better, not to say one's worse. They're different. And can we let them be different? The way, because this is not a Beyonce stan thing. This is not the Hive thing. This is the Swifties. The Swifties find a constant need to compare, and it is the answer. We're gonna get in trouble for this.
I don't care. They
It's
can't
the
whoop us.
answer. It's the answer that I keep seeing. It's the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. It's the it's the constant need to find a white answer to a black thing. It
Ooh.
is the constant need to find, it's like the Kendrick Lamar and the Eminem.
Come,
It's the constant need to find it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those individuals. Those
nothing.
individuals, like Eminem is an amazing, amazing musician. Caitlin Clark, phenomenal, phenomenal athlete. Taylor Swift, beautiful gowns. I'm sorry, that's
You
what Aretha
know
said.
what?
That's what Aretha said. I'm sorry. Beautiful lyrics too. Beautiful lyrics. But it's this constant need to find a white answer to a black thing.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry, like it's getting old, it's getting played out. Nobody over here is comparing to a Swifty. And guess what? You could be both. You
You
could be
can.
Hive and a Swifty, and guess what? No one will care. You're
And
allowed
no
to like what
one,
you like,
you,
but
no one cares.
stop this comparison. Stop this comparison. You're comparing painters to sculptors, and it makes no damn sense. Stop it. Stop it
Social
with the
media
foolishness.
has done this nasty thing where it makes everything competitive. Because if you think for one
Oh,
second our grandparents were out here arguing if Earth, Wind, and Fire was better than the Isley Brothers, and not just arguing, because you can debate musicianship all day long,
well, that's different. That's
but
different.
saying I ain't listening to the Isley Brothers because Earth, Wind, and Fire is that band. Fuck the Isley Brothers because Parliament and Funkadelic. No, music is to be consumed, and it
Yeah,
is one of the very few
yeah.
things that transcends language and
Mm.
culture but it's
Say it.
universal. There is, I know Whitney has her very special feelings about Drake, and I have a few as well. But there is nothing that is going to make me decide, you know what, I can never listen to Lamar again because I like Drake, or I can never listen to Drake again because I've sided with Kendrick Lamar. And y'all are arguing on the internet and threatening each other and saying, drop your location over rappers and singers who are
Y'all will need to
collecting
go to
y'all money.
jail.
There is no way that social media has you people so riled up that you believe that you cannot enjoy entertainment by these artists. There is no reason why you need to pit them against each other. There's no real competition here. Taylor Swift is, if
Hmm.
she's not a billionaire already, they said
I thought she was.
I think she is. And guess what? So is Beyonce. And everybody's happy. These ladies are wildly successful. They
Hmm.
are wildly entertaining. They give us what we ask them for, and then they go and live their happy, wonderful, rich lives. The fact that y'all want to
Yeah.
argue, fight, and tussle about it is goofy.
Guys,
It's
it's not
strange.
clans. We're not like
It's
it's just like the clans and everybody comes beat in the field. Yes, Swifties
Mhm.
versus the no, this is dumb. This is
it
so stupid.
it
Like
really
what you
is.
like, log off, touch grass, go take a
Please,
walk. Like seriously, like it's not that serious, but like again, this need to find that answer. It's just bizarre. Like we don't have to do this.
you guys are taking the fun out of entertainment, and that
Okay,
is
truly.
weird. Why can't you just be excited that your fave just gave you really
Two albums.
a really great project?
Yeah,
Like
rock
I,
out.
I I'm just happy we're being fed. I'm getting good hip hop. There's hip hop beef going on right now. I
Oh
know I'm about
Lord.
to get new music from Kendrick Lamar, which with him dropping every 5 years, got me really, really
I'm
excited.
sure you're elated. All you need is Frank Ocean to come out of nowhere. You would just be in heaven.
Bitch, that's in my notes. Let me tell you something. This is my quarterly reminder that Frank Ocean don't give a fuck about us.
Just
You
gonna drop
see,
one every season. Every season. Just gonna drop a reminder.
every season I am going to drop a reminder that Frank Ocean is a brilliant, fantastic, generational talent who don't give a good fucking
No,
damn about the people who
no,
put him in his position
absolutely
as
not.
an artist. You
Nope.
see, Kendrick is out,
Hmm.
Drake is out, Tyler the Creator is at Coachella, and you are giving us silence and fucking peanuts. What
Just
is your
enjoying his
problem?
life. Just
What
enjoying his life.
somebody and God bless and also God curse your socks.
Oh,
The person who shared when Frank Ocean performed Thinking About You on late night, that performance, oh my God, has to be one of the best musical live late night performances that we've ever got out of a hip hop or R&B genre.
hmm.
And they posted it simply as a reminder that he is great and he
Yeah.
hates our guts. And
Oh
that's why
yeah,
he
he don't want
won't
to
give
talk to
us
us.
anything.
Mm-mm. He don't want to talk to us.
I am big on, I understand that there are artists who are tortured artists. And I think
Yeah,
Andre 3000 is one of
very
them.
much.
I think
Very
Frank
much.
Ocean is one of them where their art supersedes their capacity to create their art and be outside and exposed to what their
Hmm.
art gives the world. And I get that.
Hmm. They don't like people. It's
I'm
okay.
not I'm not asking you for a tour. I'm not asking you for an interview.
No,
Give me the
no.
work you've been giving me.
Like, just hand it over.
Give me
Just hand it over. I know you're writing songs. We
I
know that
know
you're
you
singing
are.
them,
I
walking
know
around the
you are.
house singing. We know. We know what's happening. Just give it to us.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you, my friend. I'm sorry that you're
that
experiencing this right
that's
now.
that's my quarterly or season reminder that Frank Ocean is playing in my literal face. Just
Yeah,
me
no.
individually. I mean, like all of us, but I'm taking it personally because I feel like when I ask him for music, he'd be like, you know what, Rita, fuck you,
He's gonna wait
because
another year. Every time you ask for music, he's gonna wait another year.
right. I I just don't like that. But
I'm sorry,
yeah.
friend.
I think this is a good place to take a break and then we can yell
Yeah.
at some more people. What you think?
Yeah, let's yell at more people.
All right, y'all send us letters. We'll be right back. You know, we always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. And we're back. Who else you want to yell at, Whitney?
Oh, okay. Louisiana.
Ah.
Louisiana, y'all all right? Like,
Mm-mm.
what's going on down there yonder? What's going on? So for those who have not heard, oh, Twitter is acting up. And I was just scrolling through my tweets because I cussed them out earlier this week. Here it is. Okay. First of all, if you're not following Philip Lewis is the journalist of all journalists right now, the journalist that all Black people go to. Follow Philip Lewis on Twitter. I think he's on Instagram too, at Phil_Lewis. Apparently, it is not enough that the Supreme Court in Louisiana have declared the embryos are children. It is not enough that the Supreme Court has also announced that abusive priests cannot be sued. And
What? I didn't hear
yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh man, wait, hold on. I'll get that story up for you in a second. It's not enough that the Louisiana House has just approved a bill that will be going up that says if you don't have ID, you can be detained by police officers and they can fingerprint you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
if you don't have ID. Now, if you're walking your dog, going on a run, there's
Yeah.
loads of reasons why you don't have your ID on you at the moment. You're a child, a teenager,
How about that?
right? You picking up what I'm putting down, aren't you?
I'm picking up what
Just
you are putting down.
another opportunity to harass people, usually people who are marginalized. And now, straight from the Louisiana House Committee that voted on Thursday to repeal a law requiring employers to give child workers lunch breaks.
What? What?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All
So
right.
let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You care so much. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. I'm gonna
Go
whisper.
off.
Come close to me, Louisiana. Come close. Because I love your beignets. I love your beignets, and I love your dirty rice.
Mm,
And I love the crab boils. I love it. I
mm.
love New Orleans. But you raggedy bitches in government are fucking it up for everybody because you're telling me that you care so much about children, that you care about them in the embryonic state. But as soon as they get here, you're not going to protect them from wealthy priests
Mm-mm.
who will abuse them. And if they try to sue, you're saying that's not right. That's not a good thing. You care so much about the children that now you're willing to cut not just the lunch breaks of the people who are childcare workers, but you're also willing to cut the unemployment benefits for those childcare workers. You care so much about these children that you're willing to gut everything about them when they get here.
I don't think they give a fuck about the
They
children,
don't
Whitney.
care about
I've
them
got a
kids.
sneaky suspicion that these
Mm-mm.
people are lying.
Lying, lying. Louisiana, like, get it together. Like, talk to some black women. I'm
Please.
sorry. Whenever in doubt, just talk to some black people. Um, who else I
Mm,
want to yell at?
mm.
Oh, okay. Have you heard this story
Oh boy.
about what's this lady? Isabella Moody and Josiah David Moody?
No. What did the
Isabella and
Moody's do?
Josiah. Lord, this sounds like people from the 18th century.
Mm.
Isabella and Josiah Isabella specifically posted a video of her infant daughter, beautiful, sweet baby, chubby cheek, little baby, bald headed, beautiful baby, cutie pie, right? Babbling, right? But one of the words she was babbling sounded like the N word, but it
Okay.
wasn't. But babies be
Babies
babbling.
babble. They say
They
any
don't know
old
what they're
thing.
saying. This bitch said, "My daughter literally said the N word. I'm so proud of her."
Oh, Isabella. Okay.
When
All
I tell you
right.
CPS was called so fast,
I,
people,
okay.
not me. I'm
Okay.
I wasn't calling the law, but people called the law. An update, both parents have deactivated their
Oh,
accounts.
I just bet the fuck you did. Fucked around. Found the fuck out.
I was like, oh boy. But they have other like ways to, I don't even know if these people are like big deals because they had like really big followings. Like Isabella had like 131,000 people following her.
Mm.
David had like 7 or 8 thousand, but still, like, you're willing to be a bigot and
Yep.
post your baby online. Like, this is why, okay. And earlier this week, people wanted to disagree with me, and I said, fuck them. But earlier this week, I said, or last week, I said, for the folks who keep saying that hatred is a disease, it's not. Hatred is not an illness. Is not a disease because an illness is not a choice.
Right.
Hatred is.
Hatred
And
is.
and what it is a character deficit. What it is a personal deficiency. But what it is not is something that where you don't have a choice but to do. Like, there was no reason for this. There was absolutely no reason for this other than to out yourself, which I haven't followed this person, so I don't know if they've been evil for a long time. But you know me and children, to put your baby, your sweet infant baby, who's just
Babbling age baby.
babbling, babbling age baby online because you're proud that she babbled what sounds to be a slur, a slur that has bodies on, a slur that has our babies' bodies on it. Because please don't forget, we remember what gator bait was.
Right.
We remember the human zoos. We remember all of those things that y'all try to act like it's so far in the past. And then y'all want to have Confederate monuments and things like that when your raggedy ass Confederates didn't even last longer than Living Single, didn't last
Mm-mm.
longer than Outcast, didn't last longer than a Barack Hussein Obama
The
presidency.
Confederacy was a dork's high school career.
Okay,
That's it. That's all.
you understand. So this is just, if this was just like a dumb, stupid thing. And I wish them the worst, and I hope that that baby is surrounded by love. No, I do. I wish them the worst. I hope that that baby like is put somewhere where they are loved and where they are valued. Um, and this is a reminder that hatred is taught, and hatred is a choice,
It
and people
is.
are choose to being hateful and stupid. Um, it's fuck Drake forever.
Always.
He broke my
I
heart.
love the fact that you stand firm in it. I love that.
He broke my heart. You put out Nice for What with all of those Issa Rae and who?
Tracy.
Oh,
Tracy Ellis Ross,
you
fine
know
song.
how I feel about Tracy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just you did all of that only to turn around and try to be in this villain era that nobody believes you. You literally texted your mom to say, "Mom, they're being racist to me," and then shared that with us like we were gonna feel bad for you.
Baby, keep that to yourself. We don't care. We don't care.
Like just put it in a song. Put it in a song. Um, I don't see anyone else that I care to actually yell at right now because oh, nope. I got one more for you. Have you heard the story of Lolitha Hall?
No.
62-year-old Lolitha Hall was a Uber driver. She was coming to
Yes.
she was coming to pick up a package from I don't know that raggedy, dusty, crusty bigot's name, but coming to pick up a package from his house. Apparently, she had received wrong information and was tricked by a scammer. But he too was also tricked by a scammer. So he thought that she was a scammer. And I love when people say, "Oh, he was fearful for his life." This man at 82 damn years old
Pulled a
chased this woman around her car several times, shot her 3 times. 3 times. He was not afraid. He was
no.
being a vigilante.
Mm-hmm.
Lock his ass up. I don't care how old he is. With
Lock
his bad
his
hit.
ass up.
Lock him up.
Lock his ass up. You're
Like,
going.
what is up with old white people indoors? Because, remember Ralph Yarl, that teenager? Oh, I'm so glad
Yes.
he's doing so much better. But I pray for his like mental like health because that poor child, I can't imagine the the horror of that experience. Um, but yeah, that baby he just accidentally went to the wrong door. It happens all the time. What is up with white
It,
people indoors?
I don't know.
What's
That's
up?
a good question.
That's like what's up with y'all in the pools?
Oh.
Y'all love to defend bodies of water
Oh boy. Make it
and
make
still don't wash. I'm
sense.
just kidding. That's not nice.
Oh, oh,
That's not nice.
that
That's
was
not nice. I
unkind,
take it
Whitney.
back. I
That
take
was
it back.
unkind.
But stop getting on the internet and telling us that you don't wash and then be mad at us when we say that y'all don't wash.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I really don't understand. Like
No.
either you are steadfast in your unwillingness to wash or you're not, but it can't be both.
Pick a side. Pick
Pick
one.
one.
Pick one. I'm done.
All right, let's see. We've got a problematic letter. Actually don't know if this is from a guy or a girl. So you can make one up.
Jax.
All right, Jet.
It
I see what you
fits.
did there. I see what you did there. Good
It could be
job, Whitney.
Jackson. It could be Jackie. Who knows?
Jax
Jax.
wrote. My girlfriend and I started doing rideshare to catch up on some bills and stack a few dollars for trips and dates, but she stopped after 2 months. I still do rideshare and I've been able to save up a few $1,000s,
Oh,
but it's leading to arguments. I've cut back on hours and I only do Sundays on the weekend. There's no compromise here. Is she being unreasonable? I'm not putting money over us, but having money makes me feel secure.
wait, go back a second.
Uh-huh.
They're both doing ride shares?
They were both doing rideshare.
Okay.
She stopped after 2 months.
Okay.
I guess they were, it says they were trying to catch up on some bills and stack a few dollars for
Hmm.
trips and dates.
Okay.
But she stopped doing rideshare,
Okay.
and Jax has continued to do rideshare.
Does he say why? Or just do they? Do they say why?
Why?
That why
Why?
the girlfriend stopped?
No, no.
Hmm.
I'm
I need
assuming
context.
I'm assuming she met their goal if they were saving up for a specific trip or
Yeah.
saving up to pay off a specific thing, then
Hmm.
that's probably guessing. Just for the
Okay.
sake of, a podcast conversation.
Yeah.
That's why she stopped, but he's
Mm,
continued because the money is good and he likes having a little bit extra.
it's good to have a little bit extra.
Oh, I agree.
Listen,
Shit.
I'm not
Especially in this economy.
keep it legal, but yes, it's good to have a little bit extra. Um, See, this is why I need context because if she stopped because if she met a goal
Hmm.
or, things are a little different for women,
That's true.
depending upon that whole thing. We don't know the gender identity of Jax, and so I don't want to assume that Jax is male, but she might have had a bad experience. The girlfriend might have had a bad experience, which would make me stop anything, child.
Listen,
I
and I
just
don't want
told
to do it
you.
no more. No,
I
thank you.
just told you about Lolita, okay? So, um, no, this is weird. I need more context. I need more context because I have like a bunch of things that I want to say, but I'm not sure if any of them are right.
Well, I'll go ahead and be problematic here and
Oh,
work on a
Savior
under
God.
a bunch of assumptions. I know what it's like. In my 20s, I was the person who was like, I'll work two jobs because I want to have extra money. I want to take trips. I
Hmm.
want to do things. So there were times when I did work two jobs just to make sure, I had the extra. I
Absolutely.
can say when you get used to bringing in a certain amount of money, whether it be from
Hmm.
your side gigs or just your job, it can put a strain on your finances if you stop all of a sudden. You get comfortable with that
Hmm.
income, you get comfortable with a certain level. The moment you stop saving is the moment you start dipping into your savings. That's just how money works,
Unfortunately.
especially in this economy. You stop
Unfortunately.
stacking and then boom, something happens to your car. You need new tires. There was a leak in your house. Your mama lights got cut off. Anything can
You
happen.
you forgot you're behind on a bill.
Yeah,
Something, anything could happen.
you go to the hospital, you get in the ambulance,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, what you worked so hard, 3 months to save is blown in
Blown.
with one incident.
Just gone.
So I understand your desire to keep making money. On the flip side of that, if you guys had a goal and the goal was we're going to do this and take time away from each
Hmm.
other to accomplish a goal, and then you did accomplish the goal, it makes it look, I can understand why your girlfriend may look at you sideways because you're sacrificing time
With
spent
hmm
together for something that she might not be understanding right now. We met our goal. Now it just feels like you are prioritizing money. I say all of that to say, Jax, I'm going to be problematic. I'm on your side because in this economy, an opportunity to make money is an opportunity to make money. And I know Whitney is giving me a look like Rita, do better. I'm sorry. I've seen the price of cereal. I've seen the
Yeah.
price of eggs. I've seen the
Yeah.
price of gas, and I can understand why if this job is adding an additional 20% to your budget, why you might not be able to afford to cut 20% out.
I mean, that's
I
fair.
I get it.
That's
I
fair.
don't think you're the only person in this situation working two jobs and your partner is going, damn, you working weekends again? I think it was great that you compromised by like only working on Sundays and cutting back your hours. But I do think that a conversation needs to be had.
Yeah.
Give your
Yeah.
girl a finite number.
Yeah.
Hey, I have 4,000 saved. I want to save 10,000. I think I can do that with 6 more months of work.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what she wants to hear. At least
Mm-hmm.
then she
A
knows
plan. Mm-hmm.
a plan. Because if you
Girls love a
got,
plan.
oh,
Bitches love a plan. Ain't nothing a bitch loves better than a plan.
that should be the episode title.
No,
Just do love a plan though.
no, do not call it that.
Whitney is not wrong. Girls love a plan, which is probably why your girlfriend was on board in the beginning when y'all were saving
Hmm.
up for trips and paying off bills and y'all were both doing it. She
Yeah.
probably feels like, okay, plan accomplished. Let's go on to something else. If you
Yeah.
can communicate and say, hey, look, I built this. If I can do this for 8 more months, then I can build this.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Give her a target number, give her
Yep.
X amount of months to do it. And I am, I don't know where she might be unreasonable. I think that's a good step forward
Mm-hmm.
in allowing your girl to understand why you're sacrificing, because if
Right.
you're just sacrificing for money, it could feel like she is
Yeah.
prioritizing you are prioritizing money over the relationship. I feel like she would feel more comfortable if you were sacrificing to work towards a goal, because like
Goal.
Whitney said, bitches love a plan.
We
Oh,
do. We
oh, that let
do.
you
As a
nothing.
bitch who loves a plan.
It excites me, babe. We doing what? Oh,
You
yes,
planned
I'm
all
in.
this out?
Let me.
Absolutely.
I put a spreadsheet together for you. I set up some
Listen.
benchmarks. Ooh, oh, it
Not
just,
benchmarks.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Listen, is we planning or is we not?
Come on,
I,
plans. We do. We love a plan. Hmm. No, I'm here for that. No, everything that you're saying makes perfect sense. I'm kind of in the middle.
okay, let's hear it.
I'm kind of in the middle because I see exactly what you're saying, and what you're saying makes sense, especially in this economy. On the other hand, I am an emotional bitch, and
Oh,
I'm the one sitting on the couch watching reruns of whatever show is
mm-hmm,
online.
mm-hmm,
I mean, on TV, and I'm frustrated because my boyfriend, who we were supposed to go to the Cherry Blossom Festival, or we were
oh,
supposed to do brunch, or we were supposed to have an ice cream date where we walk through the park,
you want to
and
talk
we didn't
about
get
it,
to
Whitney?
do it.
I
No, no,
feel like
no,
there's a
no,
thing. Is
no.
this a
This is not.
thing?
No, we tried to. So, side note, we tried to go to the Cherry Blossom Festival last weekend, and it was just too much traffic, and me and my daughter, because not my husband, because he loves people. The thicker the
He's a
crowd, the better.
peopler,
People. Me and my child, who is
not
very much like
peoplers.
me, we looked outside. We were like, let's just
Hmm.
go get ice cream.
Right.
And that's what we did.
You know
And
what would be better than this? Ice cream.
ice cream in a very quiet shop. And we'll just sit because this is too many people.
Too
Mm-mm.
peoply. No, thank you.
Okay. She was just like, mm-mm, no, 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 it's too loud. That's code. It's too loud. It's too many people. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you, sis. But so no, that wasn't personal. I was just making shit up. But I was just vamping. But I see why, and the way all of this gets fixed and the way all this gets mitigated. And I'm saying this as a person who doesn't know if you guys have had this conversation or not. But if you haven't had this particular conversation where you tell her your plan, hey, I know we saved up enough to go to St. Lucia. We're going to St. Lucia, but I really, really, really want to buy a house.
Mm.
And I think we could get this house. And I think after 6, 7, 8 months of saving and doing ride shares, in addition to the income that we have, we could actually save for a down payment. Um, why don't we do this together? This is something that you and I can earn together. So after we sign the paperwork, after we look back on this, make it emotional. Women love that. We are
Oh, when you in
earning
touch with your
together.
vulnerabilities
Yes.
and
And then ask her, will, because we love consent too. It's
oh
nothing
yeah.
sexier than consent. Oh my God. Ask me. I'll lose my mind. I'm telling you about my kinks. I'm sorry. But sorry, got a little vulnerable in the show. But ask me, will you do this with me? I will fall out on the floor. I'll do anything you say. Just
We can do this together,
we
baby.
can do it. Yes.
Because if she feels a part of the plan, then
Yes.
it's her plan
Especially
too.
as an important part. Oh,
Ooh,
listen, she's driving around with all the music on.
right.
She got the candy in the car, the snacks, the water bottles.
Bottled water.
And that lady has upgraded her back seat with that little mat thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Hmm.
All chargers available when you
All
get
the
in the
charges
Uber.
are available.
She
Yes.
trying to make sure you giving a
Hmm.
5-star ride experience.
Plans,
But
okay?
the
Because
commute
bitches, say it with me now, bitches love
bitches
a
love a
plan.
plan. Bitches love a plan. You
Mhm.
listen, you've said a lot of profound things on this podcast. And I mean a lot of profound things on this here podcast. But Whitney, this one takes the cake. You Oh, I mean, my heart is racing because yes, I want to go downstairs and
Mhm.
make a plan with my wife right now.
I want to go make a plan with
I,
my husband. I'm like, I want to go make a plan. Let's go make a
bitches
plan.
love a
Why do
plan,
we love
baby.
plans so much?
I don't know. It's a thing though. Bitches love a plan.
What is that? Like,
I
we
don't
need to
know what it
explore this.
is.
Why do we love plans so much? What is going on in our brains where we, as a people, why do we love plans?
Love a plan.
And all
Ooh,
we
love
have
a
to do is
plan.
make them.
That's it. We're not even asking a lot.
Just make the
We'll
plan.
we'll you bring the plan. We'll help you improve the plan. It
All the
ain't even
dudes,
got to be a good solid plan.
right? All the dudes listening to this podcast are writing these notes down like,
Like,
bitches
wait,
love a
you
plan.
mean all I gotta do is make it sound like a plan? That's
A
it.
plan?
That's it. That is
Quite
um,
literally it.
quite literally
Quite literally it. That's how my
it.
husband got me.
Oh,
Do
you
we
know
have time to
what?
tell that story?
Yeah, yes, we do. Where we going? Yes, we do.
So, February 13th, 20, I think it was 2013. Um, he calls me and it's about like 7:45, 8 o'clock. It was late enough for a single woman to be on her couch with her cat, minding her business, and already had her dinner.
Okay.
It's the day before my birthday. I hate during this particular time, hated my birthday. My birthday was Valentine's Day. I was going through a divorce. It was a lot. He calls me and says, doesn't ask me what I'm doing. He did say hi though. I at least got a salutation. And he said, get ready. I'm coming by to take you out to dinner. I'll be there in
Hey,
30 minutes.
that sounds like a plan to me.
I said, but I'll see you in 30 minutes.
Click,
You
click.
know me, I looked at my cat. My cat looked at me. I said, I guess I'm getting dressed.
Phoebe said, "Go
Yes.
ahead, get dressed, girl.
Yeah. Like, hurry up. He said 30 minutes. You know, it takes time. Go
I'm
ahead.
on my way."
Listen, put my little jeans on, put my little sweater on, put my little boots on, went outside, had the audacity to be late. I said, you're late.
Oh, you raggedy bastard.
I know I'm a pain in the ass. Um, he loves it. So we went to dinner, had a great time, had a great conversation. We get back to my house. I thank him for dinner. Dinner is great. But now that's like our thing. February 13th is like our time because
Oh,
it's the day before my birthday. Ever since then, I've loved my birthday. And it's just like kind of like part of our origin story. But because he came with
the plan.
a
Y'all
plan,
hear that?
a
A plan.
planner. Now look at us, married, 3-year-old running our lives. We're tired. We are tired. We are so tired. Send help. No, she's great. She's wonderful. Send help. But yeah,
A plan.
a
A
plan.
plan, ladies and gentlemen.
See, a plan.
I love that. You really, Jax, I hope that you've taken
I
something
hope
from
that
this
helped, Jax. I'm sorry.
because no, I really think that it will because there's no better point than that. If she feels like she's sacrificing, if she feels like time with you is being sacrificed, give her a good reason why. Make her feel a part of the plan, and
Hmm.
that way she can support you and you guys can stop arguing about it. And please follow up and let us know because if she was giddy about the plan,
Listen,
I would like to hear about
I
it.
want to hear about it because I need to know that I was right.
You Whitney, I can stand firm in this and say
We
you
love
are
a
right.
plan.
We
We love it.
I think that's the perfect place to end this.
Hmm.
I want all of the guys and the girls out there to go ahead and get y'all plans together. I'm about to come up with a plan right now. My wife
Listen, I'm
is
about to go talk to my husband and be like,
probably
yo,
sitting
let's
on the
make a
couch
plan.
like, bitch, what are
Yeah, so
we doing?
confused.
What?
What are we doing? Why are we doing it? You know how
Are
expensive
we?
it is outside? We can stay in. I'll make a plan
Yes,
of what we
we
can do inside, indoors.
yes.
Hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all for the Problematic Podcast. We hope to see you here next week, same time, same place, with the same old foolishness.
Foolishness.
Bye.
Bye.